Well, now that things are starting to grow, I'm just getting more excited and want to plant more seeds. And you get so many in a packet, I might as well. So I've got some of these peat pots here. I've got 9 of them set up. I'd say they're about 3 inches across, and then we've got the little groups of 10 here. So I'm going to be planting some new seeds here. I'm going to start off with some lettuce in here and some peppers. I've got some cubanelles and some of these other hot peppers here that I got from somebody. Not even sure what they're called, but they were super tasty. So I'm going to see if I can grow some this year. What I like to do is I've already wet the soil mixture. I did that actually last night. I really soaked it. And this was that 3-part mixture that I used in the raised beds. It's 1 part vermiculite, 1 part screened compost, and 1 part peat moss. So that's the same mixture that they're going to be added to in the beds later on. So basically I really soak these. I don't like putting seeds into a big pile of powdery dry peat because then it's really hard to water. So these are damp throughout, which is nice. And I've got my cubanelles from last year in this little old film container. And that's the great thing about saving your seeds is, I mean, there's probably hundreds in here. And I can grow extra plants, give them to friends and relatives, and just plant tons of seeds and just thin things out. Don't have to really worry about it. So I've got a pinch full of seeds here, and I'm just going to spread them around liberally. I bet if I paid for these seeds, and I would probably not be using so many, but I just scrape them out of the vegetables when I use them in the fall. Okay, so we've got a good amount of seeds spread around in there. Now what I like to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of the same potting soil, the ones that I've been using the whole time, and just going to kind of put about a 1/4 inch over the tops of these seeds. Flatten it out. I always put my markers in right from the get-go because every time I don't, I forget. You know, I'll go plant like 100 different seeds and always will forget, so I try to get them in right away. Okay, now here's the thing I like to do. Rather than use a container and water, I like to use a spray bottle. I find this kind of gives a nice delicate moistening effect to the peat moss that's in here. Otherwise, if you dump a lot of water in, I noticed a lot of the seeds just float to the top, and that kind of becomes disappointing because those are going to not sprout right, and if they do, they're going to be barely have roots. So I like to do this. Now once this is thoroughly moistened, then I can kind of just spill water in here. And I'll cover these with some plastic wrap to keep the moisture in, and as soon as I see green, I'll remove the plastic wrap so I don't have any mildew problems or fungus problems. That's about it. I'll be setting this under my lights so that the lights from below will heat things up. These guys. Thanks for watching.